We live in an era of immense abundance. We have more wealth, more connectivity, and more convenience than any generation in human history. Yet, look around. We are anxious, exhausted, and constantly searching for a sense of peace that always seems out of reach. To understand how to actually find that peace, we have to rewind to 599 BCE. Here, in the ancient kingdom of Vaishali, King Siddhartha and Queen Trishala welcomed a son, Prince Vardhaman. As the heir to a powerful dynasty, Vardhaman was born into the vast comfort our modern society spends its entire existence chasing. He had total authority, unimaginable wealth, and every worldly pleasure at his fingertips. But the young prince noticed a problem. All the gold and royal power did not quiet the human mind. Instead of focusing on ruling his kingdom, his attention kept drifting inward, questioning the true mechanics of happiness and suffering. It creates a fascinating paradox. We spend our days frantic and stressed, trying to accumulate the exact status and material wealth that this ancient prince realized was entirely empty. Prince Vardhaman eventually became Lord Mahavira. He is recognized as the 24th Tirthankara of Jainism. A Tirthankara is a fordmater, a spiritual pioneer who creates a path across the turbulent river of human suffering, guiding others to safety. The bridge he built for humanity rested on one uncompromising thesis: Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Nonviolence is the supreme religion. In an ancient world defined by bloody conquests and rigid social hierarchies, this was an active, radical rejection of the status quo. He demanded that humans stop harming everything around them, not out of weakness, but as a display of immense internal strength. He proposed an entirely different definition of victory: total mastery of one's own desires, anger, and ego, rather than the subjugation of neighboring lands. At the age of 30, Mahavira put his philosophy into practice. He took off his jeweled crown, gave away his possessions, left the palace, and walked deep into the unforgiving isolation of the forest. For the next 12.5 years, he subjected himself to severe physical penance. He fasted for days on end, owned nothing, and sat in unbroken meditation through extreme heat and freezing cold. This intense asceticism had a precise mechanical purpose. By stripping the body of its physical comforts, he was systematically burning away all his accumulated karmic bonds and material attachments. Finally, after more than a decade of this grueling trial, he reached the peak of human consciousness. He attained Kevala Jhana. Kevala Jhana is a state of complete, infinite omniscience. It is a total awakening where the soul perceives the entire universe without the clouded lens of human emotion or bias. He didn't arrive at his conclusions by sitting comfortably in a palace debating philosophy. Every principle he taught was forged through over a decade of physical sacrifice. Out of that enlightenment emerged a very clear operational directive for humanity: Geo or Ginado, live and let live. To actually make live and let live a reality, he provided an architectural blueprint. He outlined the 5 Mahavratas, or the 5 great vows. The first is Ahimsa. This requires strict nonviolence, and that means refusing to cause harm not only with your physical actions, but with the words you speak and the private thoughts you hold. Next are Satya, requiring truthfulness in all dealings, and Asteya, the strict prohibition of stealing or taking anything that is not freely given to you. The fourth is Brahmacharya. This is the practice of chastity, directing your focus inward toward the pure soul, rather than outward toward fleeting bodily desires. Finally, Aparigraha. This demands non-attachment and non-possession. It forces you to let go of greed and the endless desire to hoard material things. These 5 vows form a highly engineered, interlocking psychological system designed to neutralize the specific internal behaviors that drive human conflict. So, how exactly does a 2,600-year-old ascetic philosophy solve the crises of the 21st century? Look at Aparigraha, the vow of non-hoarding. When applied globally today, it acts as a direct structural counter to the overconsumption and environmental destruction currently threatening the planet. And ahimsa, the vow of nonviolence, offers a vital remedy for a society fractured by geopolitical warfare, social intolerance, and the daily psychological violence of digital toxicity. This is a vibrant, living practice. Millions of people today actively structure their lives around these principles, striving daily to maintain this exact balance. Lord Mahaveera's teachings operate as a highly practical, urgently needed survival guide for navigating the modern era. The image of Mahaveera, deep in meditation, remains a symbol of peace cutting through the noise of the world. When we observe Mahaveer Jayanti, we are celebrating the birth of a radical idea that true power comes from mastering the self, and true wealth comes from letting go. Today, take a moment to look inward. Ask yourself how you can actively apply the principle of live and let live in your own daily interactions. Heartfelt greetings and happy Mahaveer Jayanti from SPJ Prime. Jai Mahaveer.